remade the Raging Furry back again. The video clip ended. I guess I talked too long. But part two. Anyways, they said they were gonna put me in a mental institution, and this is the second time they had said that, and I was really fucking distraught. It, it was just one thing compounding on top of another. And so that, along with being gay, being a furry, being suicidal, a gay suicidal furry, put that all in one sentence. And you got a recipe for disaster, I guess. I knew this was gonna be a long video, but an hour plus? Nah, I didn't think it would be that long. And it's like, but I mean, that's a recipe for disaster, man. And luckily, by the time I hit my senior year, I had gotten out of the cutting bullshit and my goth phase and shit. But I still had all those problems, and they still follow me around. It's hard not to think about, but oh my gosh. It's hard not to think about all these things, and dredging them up really is painful. It makes me want to, you know, drink super heavy and all this other jack, and take edibles and dose on pills, because we have plenty of fucking pills in the house I could probably fucking overdose on if I wanted to try, but luckily oh shit. Luckily I broke myself out of that mindset too. You know, I would gladly say I'm not suicidal anymore. But with how depressed I've been lately, I'm scared that I would fall back into this rut. Honestly, I'm scared. I'm really scared that I would do something like that again. And I'm doing this to try and not be therapied. Um to try and not self-medicate, try like be therapeutic for myself. And hopefully it works. Oh my gosh. Dredging this shit up, man. I mean, it all compounds back to everything. All those problems I had as a kid and trying to make sense of everything. I still can't make sense of it. I don't know how I'm alive, really. I mean, obviously I kept on living through some sheer force of will. But it's goddamn hard. And I know all the fucking cliche quotes, life is hard, all that fucking bullshit. I could say all these cliche things, but like I said earlier, I'm just talking to myself. Another part of me wishes that, I would have been there for my grandparents' deaths, or there for the operation on my dad when he was having his heart problems. It just, it's like, I thought I moved from Washington to get away from all this shit and be, you know, a better me, is try and be successful. And I feel like I'm stuck. I goddamn love this motherfucking city, but I feel stuck. And part of me wonders if I should ever move back to Washington. I mean, Dad insulted injury dredging all this shit up. I have this childhood friend, long time friend, uh, been with me since about my freshman year when he was only in middle school. And we've been best friends ever since he joined in on one of my conversations on a fucking bus, and I'm grateful to have him as a friend. There was times back when I was still, you know, thinking about committing suicide, and I thought about him first. And I said to myself, I can't do that to him. He... I told myself that I wouldn't ever do that to him, because at the time I felt like he also needed a friend. And I felt like I would have betrayed him if I did something like that. So I stayed alive for his sake. He was really the glue that held me together on a lot of days, because he lived in the same town where I was, so it was always easy to go over there to his house and talk to him or hang out with him, you know? And I'm glad he's still here. I've kept in contact with him ever since I moved to Vegas. I've never stayed. I've always stayed in contact with him because I can't live without him, you know? And it was only recently I realized that I was in love with him. And here I am all the way in fucking Las Vegas, and I can't tell him how I feel face to face, and that hurts even worse. Even worse than all the shit that has happened to me over the years. To realize that I actually love someone and I can't be near them. It is the worst goddamn feeling ever. Part of me just wants to leave Las Vegas just so I can
find him and be near him. Oh god, dude. I tried to promise myself I wouldn't cry in this video. I just don't want to regret every life decision I've made, and it feels like everything I have done has been a fuck up. Like, my existence is a mistake. Man, the level of existential dread I feel over this bullshit is unreal. And I know it's all bullshit. I know I'm probably just crying over nothing. But I feel like I can't talk to anyone else about this. Okay, so I'm gonna stop having you guys listen to me bawl my eyes out. And I'll upload these videos as the therapy I mentioned, because it's much easier to talk to a fucking blank screen, well, to a screen, than it is to an actual person. So, I guess in conclusion, just find a way to love yourself or love what you're doing or something like that cliche bullshit, and find something or someone to care about, because they can really pull you through a lot of shit. Fuck, I sound like an idiot. Deep breaths. Come on, man. Deep breaths. I'm Remay the Raging Furry, and I hope you muzzle someone's nuzzle someone's muzzle today. Go make your life happy somehow. Don't sit there and just cry in bed like I'm doing right now, sitting here feeling sorry for myself over stupid bullshit. Okay. After I upload these, I'll return to my regular content. I just needed to get this stuff out. I couldn't not do it because I've been at a breaking point lately. I needed some outlet. Time to really end this video. Thank you for listening, if you did.